everybody? MATTROISE here with another live stream tonight of Dark Side of the Ring live. We're gonna have a great time here tonight. Territories, Dark Side of the Territories live. We're gonna see what happened in Florida in the Everglades. So, all right, join me live. We're gonna have a good time. It aired last night. However, I was not able to do so because I was in Philadelphia. I was on a business trip. But live here tonight, we are live. We're going to have a good time and we're going to watch the show live. I'll be having it playing in the background. You guys can hear the audio and allow me to be your eyes and ears. So how's everybody doing tonight? We are live. What's going on, everybody? We got Rorito in the house. Priscilla, Garrett, Light. Who else do we have here? Okay, one moment, please, as I get this up and going. So how's everybody doing? What's up, Moxley? King L. Moxley. What's going on? One moment, please. So hope everyone's doing well this evening. I just got back from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Okay, Dark Angel. Okay, I hope everything's going well for you. SmackDown title, Moxley? I'm not sure when you won it. I think it was last week. It's that Dro Davidian, yeah? That's a good theory, man. That's a very good theory. All right, one moment, please. MJF, really? Mr. K9? Oh, wow. Bloodstains in the Everglades. All right, let me see if I can get to it here. Okay, one moment here. Some Ghost Ranger.
This was protected, and the passionate fans still believed. The world of the squared circle was divided into territories. We're about to hear how the stories of those fabled days from the road and the ring.
What's up, Robert?
The legends who lived them. This is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and these are tales from the territories.
Down in the Everglades.
For almost 30 years, Championship Wrestling from Florida was one of the most respected territories in the NWA.
If you said you started in Florida, you had automatic respect.
Owned and operated by veteran grappler Eddie Graham, the CWF was a place where a promising young wrestler would get training, get some experience in the ring, and go on to become
That's good, Robert.
the biggest and most famous names in the history of
What's up, Hannah? Well, I had Andre the Giant.
Background, we had unbelievable talent.
from Dusty Rhodes.
Okay, Dark Angel.
to a very young, very green Hulk Hogan.
Little did we know what kind of superstar he was going to become.
With a weekly TV show taped at Tampa Sports
Eddie Graham.
History of the Sunshine State. Florida, without a doubt, was the hottest territory on the planet.
That's Brian Blair talking.
History was made.
They just showed Hulk Hogan.
Only the strong survive.
CWF Bloodstains
Florida.
in the Everglades.
Was expected from you.
As Gerald Briscoe.
American and Olympian like Bob.
238 pounds. Bob Roop.
Thank you, Yost.
Myself.
Terry Briscoe. Catches the figure for a leg lock and Jack Briscoe after Terry Funk.
Jack was such a star. I don't think any technical wrestler could replace Jack.
Jack Briscoe.
Look at that beautiful roll. Briscoe and a beautiful roll up on
The whole Florida territory was built on
Wrestling, yes.
Brian Blair. Kevin Sullivan talking.
Steve, I know you formed a really tight bond with not only Mike Graham, but Eddie Graham, the promoter and the boss there.
Just be careful with that, Maroney.
You know, Eddie Graham was so significant in my wrestling history because he started me, but he also felt
I agree, Dro.
like a dad to me. At one point in my life, you know, my dad was gone. When Vietnam started, I was 13 years old. I was in junior high. I was going into the 9th grade that year. Dad was at the very beginning of the Vietnam conflict.
Oh, really, Rory?
He's a POW.
Thank you.
in
Yeah, you can
Vietnam.
send it to me. Thank you, man.
In about the 10th grade, I met Mike Graham, and me and Mike really hit it off. I mean, you know, he was a fun guy. We got in trouble and went to the office all the time, but he started inviting me to come to his house and work out. So I go over to the house.
No,
and meet
Moxley.
Mike's dad.
Professional athlete, wrestling champion, helper of the youth of Florida. It's my pleasure to introduce Eddie Graham.
Eddie Graham.
He was the most creative guy, I believe, in the business.
Eddie was known for really deep personal angles.
Oh, nice, Mr. K9.
Up in the Tennessee mountains, brother. You didn't have heart and desire. You were finished to begin with. Have you ever seen a show where everything's black and white and there's all of a sudden somebody's in Technicolor? Eddie was like the person in Technicolor, the blonde hair, colorful clothes and everything. Eddie was bigger in life to me. I watched.
What's up, Austin Steele? What's up, bro?
Eddie Graham was like the man. in
Very
the state of
surprised,
Florida.
Rory.
And Eddie took almost a
Thank you, though.
sympathy thing towards me is not having a dad. So Eddie kind of took me under his wing. He gave me some opportunities. He was introducing me into the business slowly by just having me picking guys up that would fly in, like Cowboy Bill Watts.
Yeah, be careful with Garrett and Priscilla. I'm not sure what's going on between them.
The one thing that I saw kind of curved me away from the business was the violence.
Violence. As it restarts. Hey, Austin Steele, thank you, man, for that generous donation. Thank you so much, bro. You didn't have to do that. Thank you, man. Well, Austin Steele, you are the new $1 million champion, Austin. So, Austin, let me know you can use that donation for the next pay-per-view. Top 3 trivia scores will win a prize. I have a Macho Man pop figure, pop pin to give away, and also a bonus Bret Hart official program from the last show I went to last week, the Bret Hart Heart Attack Tour. I have more prizes coming in, and also, Austin, don't forget, you still have an unclaimed prize, so let me know. I could ship it out to you as well. Okay, one moment here, guys. Looks like the show just restarted. A free, yeah, Roy, that was a free cameo. Thank you, bro. You know, it wasn't my birthday though. It was Lady Elaine's birthday. But thank you though. I can use that for when my birthday comes, New Year's Eve. Yeah, thank you so much, man. Any unclaimed prizes? Well, not technically, not yet, Michael, but I will let you know if there are any As of right now, there aren't, but possibly in the near future, I will let you know. What's up, Lyndon? What's going on, bro? Okay, let me get this going again.
Professional athlete, wrestling champion, helper of the youth of Florida. It's my pleasure to introduce
There we go.
Eddie Graham.
He was the most creative guy, I believe, in the business.
Oh, okay.
And he
Roy.
was known for really deep personal angles.
Great to see you too, Lyndon.
You didn't have heart and desire, you were finished to begin with. Have you ever seen that show?
The other prizes will be coming in by Friday, guys, just so you know. For SmackDown.
The blonde hair, colorful clothes and everything. Now, Eddie was bigger in life to me.
Oh, yeah, I actually didn't get home until 9 p.m. tonight.
Eddie Graham was like the man in the state of Florida. And Eddie took almost a sympathy thing towards me.
I had to go to Philly
Having a
tonight.
dad.
Oh,
So
last
Eddie
night,
took me
rather.
under his wing. He gave me some opportunities. He was introducing me into the business slowly by just having me picking guys up.
Lyra McKee, who is that?
Yeah.
Roy, you guys are gonna have to find out what the next prizes are gonna be on SmackDown.
Kind of curved me away from the business was the violence.
I saw that, Dro.
Eddie Graham was determined to protect his territory's secrets. Graham expected his top stars to be not just performers, but enforcers. Many tough guys who were arrogant enough to think that they could hang in the CWF ring often learned the hard way. A show that they thought was fake, but sometimes be very real.
It was violent in that sportatorium. Me and Mike were there because we were hanging out.
They wanted to
together,
protect the
and Eddie
business.
invited me down there. I watched guys really get beat up bad. I can remember the first time I saw the sugar hold, and I'm pretty sure it was you, Bob, that was putting it on him. I'm watching and I can't figure out what's happening, but once that arm came up over and you hooked down on him, that's when you started putting the pressure on him. I see the guy's nose start bleeding, and then I see a little bit of blood coming out of the eyes. I can remember.
Appreciate it, Rory.
The guy
Thanks,
got
bro.
out of the ring. He took off running. There was only 2 doors in that front. Eddie had chains around him, and what it was set up for was to block you to leave. He turned around, and there's Eddie, and he's going, no, I'm done. And Eddie grabbed him and just started, boom. Eddie starts punching him. And Eddie's punching him, and he's punching him, and the guy goes down, and I'll never forget this. He starts going, oh God.
All right, Dark Angel.
God,
Be
please,
safe, be
please,
well. Hope
please.
everything's well with you.
God, motherfucker,
Joe Shipley. What's up, bro?
It was so bad. My stomach, I got upset to my stomach. Eddie was busting him. Because if you just stretch him, and you don't mark him in any way, and he goes to the bar, and they said, well, how was your workout? Oh, I went down, I found it was all fake, so I decided not to do it. So they go down there, and they got a broken breast. You can't hide that. So that was the reason Eddie was busting him.
Okay, Dark Angel. Okay.
YouTube of you stretching a guy, for lack of better words, and teaching him what our business is all about.
Very good, Lyndon. How about you?
This guy, the one you see me stretching, comes in, saying the business is all fake. Eddie finds out this guy's down there exposing the business. That's when he has me work out with the guy. He told me to break the guy's leg. He wanted me to hurt him.
Nice, Chow
I
Law.
put 4 or 5 sufficient holds on him.
Oh, who's hurting that guy?
I kept telling the guy, get out of here. This guy wants me to kill you. He wouldn't leave. So I had the guy in one where you hook a guy's leg, like figure 4 his leg, and then you reach down, you grab his toe. He can't move. You can break his ankle, you can break his knee, you can break the tibia and the fibula.
Ooh.
If you go hard enough, you can break the femur and dislocate the hip. With that one move, you can cripple a person.
Wow.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't break the guy's leg.
The men who lined up to get stretched in the ring weren't always untalented loves.
Wow.
Sometimes they surprised the pros, proved themselves, taking a beating, coming back for more.
Jake the Snake.
Golden-haired Adonis, Terry Bollea.
Oh yeah, Hulk Hogan.
Soon become a household name, leading an army of Hulkamaniacs.
Women's glasses?
Always look out in the audience. I'd look out third or fourth row. There was this one guy there who just became a fixture on Tuesday night. And he stood out, full head of hair, bleached blonde. You could just see how he would get into the match. We asked, who is this big guy? Brian said, that's Terry Bollea. He loves the business and he plays in a rock and roll band at a spot called The Other Place. So one night, Jack and I get back from a show early. Imagine this, we want a cold beer afterwards. So we go over The Other Place.
You guys drink?
No, not on working nights.
Yeah.
Days in it with wine, you know, that old joke. So we walk into this other place. Just imagine the scene. Here's this 6'8", whatever Terry was at the time, and had that long bleached hair. He's standing up there in these damn platform shoes, holding this little bass guitar, which looked like a toothpick. He's cranking them out, and the people getting with it. He's the star of the band, even though he's not the lead guy.
Right.
So this little girl that's waiting our bar, we start talking to her, of course. We asked her about Terry. Oh, he's a big wrestling fan. He'd love to meet you guys. He goes every week, you know. So she said,
Big Roman Dro.
So we go backstage after, sound like a groupie, going backstage.
Think so, Roy?
Hulk Hogan.
That's what Maroney will look like.
We go backstage and meet him. He said, yeah, I've talked to my grandma, talked to Brian Blair. I love your business. I'd like to get in it one day. You think there's any spot for me? So we set up a meeting for him to come down.
From Yokohama, Japan, Hiro Matsuda.
The future Hulkster has the bad luck to be put in the ring opposite veteran Hiro Matsuda,
Ooh.
one of the most feared wrestlers in the Florida territory.
Okay, Matsuda's going to take you in there. He's going to work you a little bit and see what you got. Terry's a big, strong bull. He was a hell of an athlete, even though he wasn't an athlete.
Broke his
Terry
leg.
still had that coordination, and he had that natural man strength.
He was a good baseball player.
Yeah, he's a great baseball player and a good bowler. I think he's all state baseball. Good bowler. And they're athletes.
Like unreal.
So anyway, so he goes in there, and Terry's giving a little resistance. Somebody
Nice,
starts
Lyndon.
giving you resistance. Of course, you're going to step up your game a little bit. So we see Matsuda, he's working the leg, and all of a sudden he drops down to the ankle. He grabs the old ankle lock on it. And you can see that ankle starting to go in positions that you know that ankle's not supposed to go.
Ooh.
All of a sudden you hear a pop.
Ooh.
And you hear a groan from Hogan. Not a holler or anything. A groan. And Matsuda's pushing him down. And Terry gets close to the rope, and Matsuda lets go of the hold. Terry rolls out. Terry goes to put weight on the ankle. Nothing he can do. He falls to the ground. So Jack and I go over. We help him unlace his shoe. He didn't have boots. He had tennis shoes on.
He had tennis shoes on.
And we took his shoe off, and all of a sudden that ankle's turning blue already. And it's already the size of a basketball. So we know he can't go back in there. So Matsuda comes over and game over. You know, workout's over. He done his damage. So we think this is the end of Terry Bollea.
Right.
So they go get him examined. There's no broken bones. So Terry comes back to the sportatorium and actually wants some more. Really?
Ooh.
Everybody took a look at it. No, you know, come back in a couple of days. And give Terry credit. Terry called every day, wanting to know when he could come back. The very next week, Terry was back in the gym. And when we saw Terry getting in there and giving it everything he had, in the back of our minds, man, this kid's not a quitter. You know,
Right.
We got something here.
Whoa, that's good. Bam! Slammed Andre.
We know what kind of superstar he was going to become.
He took it right over the top. Anywhere in the world he could go, they know Hulk Hogan.
Here's something about that. What if Hogan never came back? Would the business be what it is today?
It's Kevin Sullivan.
Great question. That's a great question.
Not sure if he never came back. Who knows, right?
You guys want to be in a documentary? The Strokes launched a fireball third plane.
Yeah, who knows what would have happened, right? I mean, if Hogan decided to never come back. I mean, Hogan, I will say, I honestly believe revolutionized the industry as we know it today, of course, alongside Vince McMahon. However, I believe Hogan, he was the star, you know, in the golden era. He was the star. He was the one that people bought tickets to see. And I have to say, I think that wrestling would have been a lot different if they didn't have a guy like Hogan. I feel like Kevin Sullivan's hiding something too, Garrett. I'm not sure what it is, but I believe he's hiding something as well.
Steve's dad was a literal hero. He was a two-time prisoner of war, and then he...
I'll let you know, Marody. When I get some time, I will let you know.
I'm sorry, Vietnam. But he wound up in a Korean prison, right? No.
Definitely Roy, yeah, and WCW as well with the NWO.
What was the second prison?
Vietnam.
No, World War II. In World War II, he wasn't fighting in Vietnam.
I'm sorry, I invited you.
In World War II, he was a co-pilot on a B-17, and he was shot down in a battle called the Bloody 100. He was held captive in a German prison camp for 9 months. The end of the war came, the Russians liberated him, and he came out. I was 13 years old, just a little kid. My dad was shipped over to Vietnam. I was coming home from school one day, and as I came to the house, I saw these military cars in the front yard. I come running in the house. I see my mom in the kitchen, and she's holding this picture. She shows it to me, and there's my dad. She goes, "Your dad's been captured. He's a prisoner in Hanoi."
Oh, wow.
Over that period that he was a POW, Eddie started filling in a little bit for my dad. At the time I was 19, Eddie was constantly
Definitely Roy.
interested in me getting in the wrestling business, but I was going to go to college and finish because my mom wanted me to go to college. The only thing I did in college was get hooked on steroids. And I've gone from 165 pounds to 240, and I come home from Mike's wedding, and Eddie approaches me and he says, "You know, you put on a lot of size. You think you should wrestle?" And I'd already tried school, and I just didn't have any interest in anything. So I remember going in for my first workout, and because that I was like part of the family, I thought I was going to get special treatment. I went through squats with Matsuda, and we do them to a deck of cards. Flip over the card, you did a number of squats. Then we do neck bridges, then we do push-ups, and then we get in the ring and wrestle.
Ooh.
I'd have mat burns on my forehead, my elbows had mat burns. It looked like I'd been in a car accident. When I'd come home, my mom would look at me and she said to me, I remember one time,
So that's your gravy.
"Honey, I thought wrestling was fake." And I remember saying to my mom, "I thought it was too."
Okay, Dro.
Steve Kern had his first professional match. It was the day that his father arrived back in Florida after being a prisoner of war in Vietnam for 7.5 years.
Well, he was a prisoner.
War came, I just started wrestling. When Dad came home, I was 21. The way they emptied out Hanoi Hilton was by longevity. Whoever was one of the longest prisoners went on the first planes out. Of course, Pop went on the first plane out. And the colonel that was our aide, he says, "This is the first plane to land with POWs. There's a lot of press. There's a lot of people out there. When your dad gets off that airplane, when he comes to the car, I want you to get out, shake hands with your dad or hug him or whatever, and open the door for your mom." I said, "Fine." We're like the third car in the line. A couple POWs get off. Now we see Dad coming through the door of the airplane. And that spotlight and the camera lights and everything were on him. Boom! I get out the door and start running towards my dad. Now I got air police chasing me. I got security running at me. I run right through all of the people, blow them out of the way. I grabbed him in my arms and I'm crying like a baby. I pick him up. And my dad's going, "Is that you, son? Is that you?" He's going, damn, you're big. I said, put me down, son. Put me down. I can walk.
Put me down, son. Kern's reunion.
I can't even describe what an emotion it was to realize all the things that he had gone through and he had survived, and there he was.
Son, I guess that's the basic difference between you and me. You look up to your father as a hero and with a great deal of respect.
Bob Roop. That's the voice.
As a former serviceman, I look upon any man who allows himself to get captured and spends 8 years in a prison or war camp as a disgrace.
Ooh.
Every wrestling promoter knows that the key to putting butts in seats is to establish feuds, rivalries, and keep the crowds coming back.
Roy, you're right. Without Hogan, Vince would have went to jail for a long time.
Built the bad blood between them until the audience wants to see a fight. When it came time for Steve Kern and Bob Roop to mix it up, Kern had an idea that struck close to home, and the result was perhaps the greatest feud in the history of the territory.
One of the most personal angles I think was ever done was between you and Olympian Bob Roop. You want to kind of take us through that angle?
I felt like that if there was a possibility to pull Dad into the scene because he had national press, he had anything to get a step ahead in wrestling.
Did Eddie ask you to do that?
No, Eddie was gone.
Okay.
Eddie would have never gone for the angle. Eddie was in Australia for some reason.
He went to Australia to buy Australia.
The controlling percentage.
Yeah, and he was gone for about 3-4 months.
That was why we got away with it, realistically, because Eddie would have never gone for the angle.
He wouldn't have gone for it because it was too serious.
Really, Moxley?
It was too deep, too hot.
First I went to my dad. I said, would you be opposed if we used you as a centerpiece and I get into a feud with another guy? My dad was so humble. He said, anything that helps you out, no problem. He said, I don't care about any of that. That's all history. People know what happened. So I went to Bob, and I knew Bob was an intelligent guy who knew how to formulate stuff. And so maybe you can pick it up from there.
Now,
Probably not, Garrett. Yeah.
with this angle because I knew that this is like once in a lifetime thing. I mean, how many chances you going to get like that? It was set up so beautiful. They played a tape of your dad coming home, and I used the fact that I was a veteran. I spent 3 years in the service. I said, to me, a man who's captured twice now, you know, a guy like that, I don't consider him a hero. I consider him a coward.
I didn't wait for a cue. He called my dad a coward. I went out, and that door was so flimsy, I ripped it off going out.
Ooh.
As I made that turn, I ran right into the damn camera right there because I couldn't turn fast enough.
Yeah, and it wobbled, which is great. I mean, it looked like this can't possibly be pre-planned.
The emotion and the adrenaline and all that was going through me, the only thing in my mind was just beat the shit out of Bob. And I just kept going, and I kept hammering him.
He beat the absolute dog shit out of me, and I ran. The fact that he is so emotionally involved and upset sold it like $1 million.
It's a real stone cutter.
No scriptwriter could get the emotion that he carried with him from the time he was 13 to 21. Nobody could do what Bob did, the credibility of the Olympic champion, and in the service.
It's real and it's personal.
Yeah, and people at home say, this guy's way over the line.
Yes.
Way over the line.
It was the hottest angle I ever saw as a wrestling fan. I mean, it was hotter than hot. Bob Roop, I wanted to kill him. I just wanted to jump through the TV screen. I remember I was so angry.
When Eddie came back, I remember him going, that might have been a little too far.
Even for him to say, did we go too far? That tells you how hot that angle was.
By the time I got to the dressing room, Jody Hamilton is the booker, and Jody Hamilton walked up to me and said, Bubba, if you don't have some weapons, you better be getting some. When my girlfriend talked about people plotting to come and find my house, then I realized the serious circumstances
Serious. Yeah, Rory, the show in Long Island, I think, was better than the one in Brooklyn. I liked the atmosphere better. I liked the matches a little bit better. I feel like the Brooklyn show was very similar to the Long Island show. So next time, I'm probably not going to go to both shows. I'm probably going to go to one only. And if they are going to do something like that again. So, okay, Lyndon, come back anytime. But yeah, this show was the better show in Brooklyn. I mean, in Long Island. This was the better show. And Brian Pillman Jr. is awesome.
Two-time prisoner of war, being a coward.
He's awesome, and we hope to meet him again real soon. He was an awesome
This angle
wrestler to
may
meet.
be the hottest angle in the history of the business.
One of the nicest wrestlers we ever met in our lives.
We had every kind of match you could possibly have. Bob said to me,
He's up there with China and Triple H.
Almost all of the men that were in the audience and a few of the women had military uniforms to show the support. I mean, you know, I worried about Bob a few times, but somebody could shoot him.
I didn't go out in public for 6 months, except to go to work. My girlfriend was working at the military base, McDill. She was a waitress. She came home, she said, "What have you done?" I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "I was serving beers to these guys. And they're talking about finding out where you live and taking one of those anti-tank grenades, those great big things that'll blow up a tank, and throwing it through the living room window. See, what did you do?" I did have an incident one time. We were working in a small auditorium and there was parking outside.
Definitely Garrett.
There was a guy with a military petite jacket on, and I walked by him and I hear this click.
Oh,
I turned around.
had a
He got
gun.
that 45 caliber pistol aimed at my head. He said, "I ought to blow your head off."
Not sure, Dro.
You know, you've got to think quick. What are my choices?
I don't think he has the same energy, Rory. I think
My choice is to turn around and walk away, and hopefully this guy won't shoot me in the back. He's a military guy. And
Well,
so
Brian Pillman
if I have
Jr.
some
is
kind of honor or personal decency,
very nice
he won't
guy.
shoot me in the back.
He looks like his father, though.
But was I scared? Yes.
But I think he's got a heart of
I
gold.
was just very cautious. I sometimes go to shows early, and I had my shotgun and my 357 mag.
Dolph, okay, real Stonecutter.
Although it was life-threatening, I was so grateful because we went from AAA to the major leagues as talent.
The angles that we worked, we talked about Steve and Bob's angle, but probably the most intriguing, and people were talking about still to this day, is when Kevin Sullivan came in and you created an army of darkness.
Kevin Sullivan.
When longtime babyface Kevin Sullivan decided to change up his gimmick, he set out to do it in the most shocking way possible. Not just by turning heel, but by becoming evil. In the midst of a satanic panic that was sweeping America,
It exists, and it's flourishing.
Sullivan recruited like-minded wrestlers into one of the darkest, strangest, and most controversial factions of all time. A cult-like gang that he called the Army of Darkness.
The Army of Darkness.
In as a misunderstood babyface.
I'm gonna go out here and give 150%. If you don't want to be my friend, that's fine, because I'm gonna be your friend.
The Florida title was
I'm gonna be your friend.
wrestle Barry Windham on television. Kick him in the face and cover him, grab the belt. I can't believe it. Oh my God. Mike Graham was the special announcer. Good.
Not tonight, real Stonecutter. I didn't see
You're
it.
not the same guy. You're not the same guy. I said, well, you're just jealous you don't have this. In fact, I'm going to give it to you. And I hit him so stiff.
Oh, that belt.
So now it's this quandary. Is he good? Is he bad? And then every week we progress.
Episodic.
Yeah. Steve sends in an interview and says,
Watch out for Kevin Sullivan. He's not the same man he used to be. I can tell you as a fact.
and I start doing the eyes. I'll be doing an interview and I'm gibbering.
And they shot me to the 3-0.
Tales of the Territories streams are some of my most successful streams so far, Moxley, this year.
What to say about this man?
He was right. You could have killed him.
Just take a look at him. Take a look at him.
The story was, I was building to be like a cult. Bob was the first one.
Bob Roop has retired from life. Now you're looking at me.
Mark came in.
Mark Lewin.
It took a lot of people.
She came to me on her own accord, slapped by me and touched by the golden palm.
We shaved Luna's head to match Bob, like it was the Frankenstein monster getting the bride of Frankenstein. People at home, they'd say, no girl's gonna do this. That's how we kind of developed it. We kind of lived the gimmick, right? You know, we wore robes everywhere.
Did you go into a grocery store?
Yeah, I went into the grocery
Not sure about Monday, Rory, but on Friday. Friday's first, SmackDown.
In Florida. People said, this can't be all right. Because people actually bought into that this was a real cult. It's surprising that Eddie went for it. Because, you know, that was really not Florida.
Really, Garrett?
It was
R-Truth.
a completely different animal than they saw. At one point, Dusty was the booker of the territory, and I was booked against Blackjack Mulligan. And he said, Dusty, what do you want done? And Dusty pushed the envelope as far as it could be pushed.
All three titles: light heavyweight, cruiserweight, intercontinental. All three titles will be on the line this Friday night. So for SmackDown, and I'm also going to reveal the other two prizes for Crown Jewel. Crown Jewel for the top 3 trivia scores. The other 2 prizes will be revealed as well, just so you guys know. Should be an interesting night. Yep, Divas and Spelling Bee, absolutely.
Some of the most creative angles in the Florida territory were dreamt up by the iconic Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty.
Shows for Graham. A wrestling genius with an incredible mind for the business. It was Rhodes who first pitched the idea for a match between Kevin Sullivan and Blackjack Mulligan that was so unusual, it became known as the 1 week fight.
The 1 week fight.
Dusty was the biggest attraction in the state of Florida. We all know that. When Dusty Rhodes was on the card, the buildings were sold out.
What was the idea that Dusty had for you?
Well, absolutely, Drew.
Well, I wrestled Blackjack, and you know how big Blackjack was. He's 6'8", 6'9", 320. Throws me out of the ring. We start fighting on the floor. Next thing, he comes out of the door. I jump on him. We're in the lobby fighting,
Big guy.
and we didn't stop.
Definitely,
Jack
Garrett.
throws me through the door. Now we're fighting in front of the building. We go down the ramp. People fall on us. He's beating the shit out of me. We're fighting on the street. But we went down for half a mile. And people still following us. So the police were pushing the people back in. So the next week,
I'm not sure, Drew.
just about 5 minutes into the first match.
Yeah, Blackjack Mulligan, real stone cutter.
Front door. Well, the next week, I still get dirt all over me. Jack throws me in the ring. The other match starts. He beats me to death. Security pulls us apart, and I limp off into the dressing room.
That'd be funny, Roy.
Dusty says, people thought you were fighting all week.
Were you smart enough to have the same tights on as you had the week before?
Yes, I did, because it was the only pair of tights I had.
And what's crazy, that wasn't even television. That was just for the house show.
Yeah, yeah.
Brian, you have a very memorable rib that we pulled on you back on Highway 60 in Sundays.
I can't believe you brought that up. Anyway, this is like my first week in the business, and then this whole first week have been nothing but ribs, and it was like
Ribs.
getting to me. I couldn't believe it, and especially Pat Patterson driving me nuts.
Now they're gonna see a real wrestler, the one, the only Pat Patterson.
Legendary Canadian wrestler wrestler Pat Patterson was renowned for both his skills in the ring and his brilliant wrestling mind.
Vince McMahon, along with wrestling great Pat Patterson.
After hanging up his boots, Patterson became Vince McMahon's right-hand man, earning a reputation as one of the architects of today's WWE. In his younger days, however, Pat was known not only for his wrestling prowess, but also for the outrageousness of his backstage ribs.
Backstage ribs?
West Palm Beach. We're at Gerald's Lincoln Versailles. Driving along, country music's playing. And all of a sudden, we hear honk, 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 honk. To the right of us, we look. Pat Patterson's driving his brand new town car. And Pat's boyfriend, Louie, is pointing us out of the moonroof.
Pat's boyfriend.
Gerald says, you know something, Baker, these guys are always effing with you, man. Jax, yeah, you gotta get him back. And I said, well, what can I do? We'll pull over like we're peeing. You get in the trunk of the car. I'll make sure they're right behind us at the toll booth at Yeehaw Junction. And when they pass us up, we'll pop the trunk. And I want you to moon them good. I said, oh, that's great. I loved it. I said, oh, I'm gonna get this son of a gun. So I'm in the trunk. Music's playing really loud and they're talking to me. And I'm hearing, can you breathe? Turn the music down, I can't hear you. Can you breathe? Yeah, I can breathe. Hold on. I feel the car stop. Okay, they're right behind us, guys. They're right behind us. Gerald starts to count. 1, 2, 3. Boom, that trunk pops open, and I grab my butt, and I'm shaking my butt, spreading my butt, and all of a sudden I hear the horn going, honk. I can't figure out why he's beating the horn, honk. And I turn around, and they had backed into the picture window of the Stuckey's restaurant, and it's full of people.
Oh. Oh.
I turn around and I duck down. I don't know what to do, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to get out of here? And I said, I got to make a break, so I go to get out of the trunk. I get my pants around my ankles, so I fell down onto the concrete behind the car, so they get more than a move. And I'm trying to grab my pants. I look over and I can see Patterson, and Mephisto, and Don Darrow all laughing at me. And I'm going halfway across the parking lot, and they take off and leave me there.
Oh, shoot.
That was the most embarrassing time of my life.
Damn, that must have been, that's crazy.
And the next TV, Gordon Soley goes, the people of Yeehaw Junction would like to thank Brian Blair for his public appearance. I trust these guys.
I can't either.
Really, Real Stonecutter? That's awesome, man.
You know, trying to impress your brothers, your friends. You want to be one of
I've
them.
never heard a bad story about Andre. Never. That reminds me of a story of a rib I did on Johnny Boots. When we were small, Boots went out to the terrace where we were living in the condo. We had a terrace, so I closed the door and I was starting to yell at Mom and Poppy. I said, Boots he's showing his ass to everybody outside. Get him! So Poppy opens the door really fast, pulls Boots in and starts beating him up. Like, Boots doesn't know why he's getting beat up.
His promotion into one of the most respected in the business. And he built it not only on the blood and sweat,
Boots like, why you beat me up?
but also on his own unwavering love and
That was hilarious.
dedication to his community.
Reminds me of that story.
Vices have a way of rearing
Oh, it's all right, Dro.
worst moment. Graham wasn't immune. A recovering alcoholic, he had managed to lay down the bottle for 13 years. But there was a devil still inside him. That devil wanted out.
Eddie only had like a 5th grade education, but he became a pilot, became a boat captain, and he had the tightest territory I ever saw. Eddie was doing good things for the community, like his work with the youth in Tampa, right?
Right.
All the good that he did. But Eddie had the angel on one of his shoulders and the devil on the other.
Mike and Kevin and myself were in the back on Eddie's boat.
That'd be funny, Rory.
Boat. And we were doing this new thing with beer that we had seen, and it was called shooting a beer. People
An
go
elf.
down, but you take a beer with the top still on it, and you put a can hole in the bottom. You put it up to your mouth, you pop the top, and it goes down your throat like 100 miles an hour.
Ooh.
So Eddie's watching me and Kevin, and he said, "Let me try that."
Oh,
So
no.
He comes over, and he pops one, and pretty soon he's popping another one. Now me and Kevin are looking at each other.
Oh,
like
damn.
that.
He's off the
He
wagon.
just went, boom, right off the deep end. From there, my whole life I'd never seen him drink, and I knew he was a rehabilitated alcoholic.
Not good.
He didn't drink for 13 years. He was crystal clear. When he was drinking, it was another thing. I mean, wasn't your brother on the plane when he had landed in the
Landed on the freeway,
Yeah.
That's where I can come in.
Fireworks flight.
Dad, when he came home, actually flew on a trip.
He might pop. He might,
He said,
Rory.
You know, Eddie's a really good pilot. He really is focused on what he's doing. He gets all his stuff right and everything. And so I felt secure. When Eddie started drinking, and he would drink before he would come to the airport where his plane was at. We flew to Melbourne, Florida. Now Eddie had an 8-track tape player in his plane, and he played this country music. And I'll never forget the song.
That's awesome,
He
real
kept playing
Stonecutter.
over and over
I
again.
can tell you now.
If
I
you
can
lay
tell you.
down the bottle, will you lay back down beside me? Must have heard this stupid song a million times, but I'm not going to tell him to change it, right? So we pick up his girlfriend, we go to Melbourne. Eddie didn't go to the mattress with me and Mike. Me and Mike come back. Now, Eddie, up until now, you're thinking as a real classy guy, a real sports legend and everything. He's in the lobby and he's making out with his girlfriend. I mean, he's like really tugging her, and I'm looking at Mike and I'm going, "Man, your dad caught off the deep end." And Mike's going, "Yeah, he's crazy." But Eddie was gone. I don't know if they went to eat dinner or if he just went to a bar with her or whatever. We get to the airport, but he's stumbling as he's coming to the plane. Well,
Oh,
you know,
definitely, Garrett.
he gets in the
Absolutely.
front seat, his girlfriend gets in the front seat. We're leaving from Melbourne. Eddie don't call the tower.
That's good,
He
Dro.
just plugs in the 8-track tape. Doesn't put his headset on. We taxi out like a drug plane. And he just takes off. Ooh. And I'm looking at Mike and said, "Man, your dad didn't call the tower." Mike said, "No, don't worry about it." And all of a sudden, Disney World is right straight in front of us. And they're doing their close of the night fireworks display. Oh, gosh.
Disney World.
Well, I thought he was going to show his
Anytime, Dro, bro.
fireworks display from the air.
What'd you have to
That's not
drink,
what he
Dro?
does.
From
He
Starbucks.
comes around in the plane and he goes, "Hey, Kurt, this is like your old man in Vietnam. Watch this shit." Oh, gosh. Eddie goes
Damn.
right toward Disney World. He dive bombs. He does a fire attack into the firework display.
Wow. Guy's crazy.
And I'm thinking, man, this plane is going to blow up.
Gonna blow up? Yeah. The plane's gonna blow up. That reminds me of when we lit a firework in the bedroom where Poppy was sleeping on the mattress. He woke up like, "Hey, what's going on?" I mean, geez, that's crazy. A Trenta mango dragon fruit lemonade. Wow, that's a big drink, Dro. 30. That Trenta's 30 ounces, man. Well, as long as you enjoyed it, that's all that matters, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I haven't had Starbucks in so long, and you know they have Starbucks on almost every street corner in New York City. However, I haven't drank Starbucks in a long time. I used to drink Starbucks a lot, but not anymore. Not since I gave up coffee and then eventually gave up decaf. But yeah, I used to drink Starbucks almost every day.
With his girlfriend, his son, and his buddy Steve Curran along for the ride. A very inebriated
Jeez.
I've got a grip on the seat like we're going to go down for sure. And I'm yelling at Mike, and Mike's going, Dad, you can't do this, Dad. Well, we
Yeah,
did.
Moxley, I used to be a lot heavier before, man.
And he starts flying to the
Before I started streaming, I used to be like Boots, unfortunately. Not how Boots is now, unfortunately.
International airport. Don't know how busy it is, and it's airlines everywhere. Then he just comes on an approach from the south on a big runway, and he hadn't called the tower or nothing. So I'm looking down at the runway and everything, and he seems like he's going to land it okay. And as we're coming down, I'm looking straight through the cockpit, and I see a monster airline landing on the same runway as us.
Oh.
At the other end of that runway, coming right straight at us. And when Eddie's wheels touched the ground, I said, Mike, look. Now Mike reaches up and grabs his dad and goes, Dad, there's an airliner. And Eddie goes, hell of an airliner. And he cuts across the grass.
Oh, shoot.
Across the grass, we're surrounded. Police cars, FFA cars, all kinds of security from the airport. So Eddie says, I got this. Oh, no. Eddie goes, open the door. So I open the door, but I don't put the steps down. And as he
Definitely, Garrett.
back door,
Keto saved my life, absolutely.
he takes a tremendous bump on the runway right there, right? And his pants split.
Oh, damn.
Up his back. And he's going, he's overdoing it to me. I'm going, man, that's really phony, that right there. I said to Mike, I said, man, your dad's going to jail. But all of those guys
Definitely drove. What we have the Guardian Angels in New York.
all of a sudden came to his aid. And they were going, Eddie, you all right? Are you all right?
They fight crime.
Gets up and he's going,
They're vigilantes in New York.
where am I? Oh, you're not Killer Carl Cox. And I'm going, I can't believe these guys are listening to this. And the one guy says, no, Eddie, you're in Tampa. Tampa? I was just in the ring with Killer Carl Cox in Melbourne, and he hit me with a chair. How'd I get to Tampa? And when I got out of that plane, I kissed that ground. And
What's up, Harper?
that was the
Fist
closest
bump.
I'd ever come to death with him.
How you doing, bro?
But from that time forward, it just got progressively worse.
Somebody who had it so in control, had everything, the whole world working the way he wanted it. Now everything's off its axis and just spinning out of control. It's a shame though, at the end, he lost everybody. You know, he lost Jack, right?
He lost Jack and myself.
Yeah, lost me, Jack.
He lost
He
Dusty,
lost
he
me.
lost Steve, he lost you.
Yeah, he lost us all.
everybody.
To me, it was sad. I saw that he was a wrestler, and it broke his heart because his whole love and passion was being in the ring in front of an audience, and it was taken out from under him by age, and the alcohol was just his crutch he turned to, and I know alcoholism is a disease, so I didn't blame him for it. But the thing that kicked me was the way he ended his life. So
Nothing means more to an athlete than to know that he hasn't been forgotten by the public.
You know, we're sitting there and Eddie Graham.
Weight surgery, Moxley?
There isn't any better man to train on. Our usefulness in the business was just prospering thanks to Eddie. We were able to take Eddie's knowledge and pass along to the other territories that we went to.
Right.
So his tree kept on growing.
Decades after the territory was dead and gone, a member of CWF's alumni was given the opportunity to continue the legacy that had been built by Eddie Graham.
Vince asked me, where do you want to put the developmental, which was the farm league for the WWE? I said, Florida. If you look at the big picture, it's all based on my background with you guys, with championship wrestling in Florida, and it ran right straight into FCW.
FCW.
To this day now, NXT is in Orlando. So it really meant something that the developmental stayed in Florida.
Florida's a great wrestling state, and even though championship wrestling from Florida is gone, I'm grateful to sit here and all of us reminisce because it's history. I couldn't have asked to be in a better territory. I feel so blessed. Championship wrestling from Florida with Gordon Soley.
We hope that you'll join us next week at the same time. Until then, Gordon Soley saying so long.
Well, great show tonight. Great show. And I have to say that the Florida the territory in Florida, I mean, yeah, it's a rich history in Florida for wrestling, professional wrestling. And as you can see, some of the biggest stars in all of wrestling started in Florida, you know, and just has a rich history in professional wrestling. Florida does. All right, well, yeah, that was the show. Well, I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. I hope you all be safe and be well. And I'll catch you guys next time for the live stream for SmackDown. I'll catch you guys for SmackDown. And also, guys, the top 3 trivia scores. I'll show you guys the other 2 prizes for Crown Jewel. So this is one of them. The Macho Man Pop Pin. Highly collectible. I don't know if you guys see that. He also has a crown under there, too. Yeah, it's 3D. Looks awesome. So, this will be up for grabs at the next pay-per-view, Crown Jewel. The other 2 prizes will be revealed for SmackDown, guys. The other 2 prizes will be revealed for SmackDown. And all 3 prizes will get a Bret Hart official program from the Heart Attack Tour in Hicksville, New York. They didn't have any programs at the Brooklyn show, just so you guys know. No programs for some reason, which is a shame. I was expecting there to be programs. Oh, don't worry, Roy, you didn't miss anything. I was just saying on Friday, the top 3 trivia scores, I'm going to reveal the other 2 prizes for Crown Jewel alongside the Macho Man pop figure. So, just so you know. But in any case, I hope you all be safe and be well. You all have a great night tonight. I'll catch you guys next time for the live stream. Hopefully next time we see Boots. Yeah, Boots will be continuing on in his weight loss journey. No, I didn't watch Black Adam. Did you guys see it? Was it good? Oh, yeah, Garrett. Yeah, me neither, man. You give it 8.5, so it's a good movie. I haven't seen it, so I can't give it a rating, but I probably will see it sooner than later. If I do, I'll let you guys know what I felt about it, how I felt about it. Oh, AEW wasn't that good, Harper? Yeah, I didn't see AEW, unfortunately. I was doing training in Philadelphia for the 2 nights. In fact, I'm going to post a video of my stay in the hotel. So I'm going to post that, actually. All right, so be safe, be well. Have a great night, everybody. MATTROISE signing out. Good night, everybody.